Well, this has been the week of DC animation. Earlier today, we found out the Blue Beetle is indeed coming back, and he's going to be coming back in his own animated series. Let's take a couple minutes to talk about the DC announcement, how this ties to the movie from last year, and why James Gunn's statement the Blue Beetle will continue seems to be confirmed. Now, before we do that, though, make sure you hit the like and subscribe button and ring the bell for all the updates. We do daily Marvel and DC videos. We want to be your place for all the superhero news, but we're going to bring it to you truthfully and transparently so you are in the know. Well, I have to say, guys, this is not one I saw coming. Last year we saw Xolo Manatuera come to life as Jaime Reyes, and honestly the Blue Beetle movie was a ton of fun and did okay at the theaters, but his future seemed a little unclear. Now, James Gunn said there was a place for him in the DCU, but we all know during that time frame he was very kind to a lot of characters that actually didn't make it. Now, earlier today we got a bit of a big surprise, because Deadline dropped a story that said the Blue Beetle is returning and in his own animated series. Now, what Deadline reported was that Warner Bros. Animation and DC Studios are now plotting out a new Blue Beetle animated television series, and reportedly already in development, with Miguel Puga from the Casa Grandes actually started work on the project earlier this year. Now, apparently he will serve as showrunner, with Woman of the Movement writer Cristina Martinez set to pen the series. Now, Angel Manuel Soto and Gareth Dunet Alcocer, who directed and screenwrote the 2023 movie, are on as executive producers. Additionally, Galen Vastman, who's an executive producer of Blue Beetle, is overseeing the series for DC Studios. Now, Gunn had already confirmed there are plans for Manatuera to return as Jaime Reyes in the DCU, and that a sequel, and I quote, could potentially lead to a return to the big screen. Now, it's unclear at this point exactly what's going on and when that next solo outing would be. The film made $130 million, but keep in mind it had a $125 million budget, so although it scored well with the critics, it didn't do that great at the box office. Obviously, a very successful series could see the Big Blue Bug return to the big screen. I guess the question right now is whether Xolo Manatuera will voice the character in the animated series, which is something I'm assuming is going to happen since Gunn has said people will play both sides of the fence, but nowhere in the announcement did I see that was absolutely confirmed. Getting the Blue Beetle right and set up in the DCU is a great idea for James Gunn. We know he's setting up his cosmic universe, and the Reach, along with the Scarabs, and their association with the Lantern Corps. Well, all this makes for some great stories, and you can totally see why Gunn would want to keep the Blue Beetle front and center as he sets up the new DC universe. Obviously, this is big news for Blue Beetle fans because many of us thought, well, the franchise could be put on the back burner for a while, so to see it circle back around in the form of an animated series does show DC is pretty dedicated to the project, and I suspect Gunn like the movie. Hopefully we get more information on this really soon. Keep in mind, often animated series take about 18 months to develop, so I can't imagine we'll see this before the end of summer 2025, but maybe this Comic-Con we get a big surprise. We're gonna have to wait and see.